So welcome to the Ministry in this first game since the new FAQ have gone up. Just to point out, we will be doing all the beta rules and obviously the new detachment points. You get 5 for a battalion, that kind of stuff today. So I thought I'd give you a quick overview of the table. Obviously just some scattered terrain, some good line of sight blocking. There's been a murder or two in this building. So we'll see if that comes into play in the game. Moving into some of the sort of the wooded area down here. A bit more line of sight blocking, as you can see. So we haven't got the armies on yet. We haven't moved for mission type. This is just to give you a bit of an overview. So you can see there is plenty block line of sight. Should be quite good. But there are also some large areas to move around in. So we'll see, this could be the focal point today, we don't know, there's a whole board to be moving around in. So what we'll do, we'll take a look at my new army. So this is it. As you can see from the book in the background there, I picked myself up a couple of forge beam kits and a Star collecting kit and some troops. And I've been meaning to put together a new army for a while, just a small one to add to the channel. You have seen a Necron army on the channel before, but that wasn't mine. These guys were almost ready at the time, just hadn't based a few of them, but I managed to get around to doing that now. So with that, we'll go into the army, and there's 2 detachments today, a battalion and an outrider. And the battalion is going to be led by the Warlord, which is this guy. Newly painted up, Setankhamen. And this guy comes with his war scythe, resurrection orb, and he's going to have a relic. He's going to have the Veil of Darkness, so obviously he can teleport himself in a unit, which I think gives a bit of tactical flexibility. I was tempted with the Resurrection Orb one, but I'm going to go with the tactical flexibility, so you can drop in and out of places. And his Warlord trait is going to be Immortal Pride. So any units within 6 inches are going to auto pass morale checks, and he gets to deny once like he's a Psyker, which could come in handy with a Necron army which has no Psykers. With that, we'll go into the rest of his detachment in the battalion. So we've got 10 of these trusty Immortals there, rocking their Ghost Blasters. We have a unit of 12 warriors and a unit of 11 warriors. The reason I've got what I've got today is that this is the sum of all my Necron warriors, or Necron models I should say, so far. I potentially got a couple more that are in the pipeline. But they're not painted up yet. So this is what we've got, and it rocks in at about 18,000. What it comes in about 1,860 points, give or take a few, I think. Cryptek with his Staff of Light and Chronometron. So he'll be giving the guys close to him a 5-up in run against shooting attacks and adding +1 to the reanimation roll. And they're from the Mefrit dynasty, so nice and easy to remember. -1 on the AP on the guns at less than half range. The Stalker, he's going to be from the same dynasty. It makes no difference because that guy doesn't get a dynasty tag, but he doesn't stop the guys in a dynasty having a tag. So the Stalkers come with these big claws there and a heat ray. And then we're going to move over into the other detachment, which is the Outrider one. And this is going to be from the Novok dynasty. So these guys will get to reroll field hits in the fight phase if they were charged, or perform a heroic intervention. And this one is going to be led by this guy here, who's a bit of a conversion. So he's my custom conversion. We'll have a bit of a closer look at him. And he's going to be Anraka, the Traveller. So this guy in the fluff comes around building up his own sort of army, wakes up other Tomb Worlds, takes a bit of advantage of them. While they're a bit sort of dusty and sleepy headed, and helps them out a bit in return for, you know, a levy of troops. So with him today, he's brought another Cryptek, the guy from the Forge Beam box set. So this guy's got his Staff of Light, and he is flying around with a cloak. Obviously this guy doesn't have a cloak, but just he's got a war scythe and he's tacky and arrow, and he can boost any sort of dynasty units, and he can add +1 attack to dynasty units, so he's quite good. On a 4+ as well, I just like him, he's very fluffy. On a 4+, you can take control of a vehicle's gun within 12 inches, an enemy vehicle gun, and shoot it. their ballistic skill. So he's a bit of a sort of a tricky little guy, and I just like his fluffy idea. He travels around and sort of, you know, comes to the aid, even though he's got his own agenda of these other dynasties. He's a bit like the Prophet, so that's what he's going to be nicknamed to these guys. We're going to call him Taita, the Prophet. So in Legend, he comes around and predicts doom or glory or whatever, and the Lords pay him a tithe, they pay some troops to him. So in this detachment, we've got 2 lots of 3 Scarab bases. We've got 6 Wraiths, no extra upgrades on the Wraiths, no whip coils, nothing like that, just as they are. And we've got 10 Lich Guard, as you can see, all rocking the shields and the swords. So with that, gives me in the new command points where they work. Obviously it's 5, 3 for being battle forged, 1 for the Outrider detachment. We now get 5 for the battalion rather than 3, which is quite nice. So I'll be rocking 9 command points, and then we'll have a look at the opponents, the Space Marines. Right, so this is Dave's Salamanders.
Yeah.
So 1600 and just 1689, 90, something like that. Yeah. Can't remember what the exact numbers are, but we're even, we're matched. So Dave's got, is it a Vanguard detachment?
It's a Vanguard with the Dreadnoughts and the tactical one.
Battalion, yeah. So we'll go down, we've got the Space Marine Psyker there. Obviously you can see his powers, Null Zone, Psychic Surge and Smite. Tech Marine on a bike.
Stormbolter.
With a Stormbolter. This guy's got a Force Stave, is it?
That's right.
Yeah. So you've got some scouts with snipers.
Yeah, and the cloaks.
Cloaks as well, yeah. And then this was a 10-man squad that's been split.
Into 2, yeah, with a missile launcher and a flamer.
Yeah, oh sorry, the missile launcher's that side, yeah. And then we've
got
got a 5-man
squad with 2 melters.
2 melters. Then we've got a
Razorback with assault cannon.
Yeah, and then we'll go into the
Vanguard.
Yeah, so you've got the
Warlord, Chaplain
Dread with twin lads, it looks like, and
yeah, he's going to have that Storm of Fire trait on 6s, add 1 AP.
Additional AP, yeah.
Mortis Dreadnought, there'll be 2 missile launchers. Once you blow one up, I'll put another missile launcher on him.
Dave can't find his other one.
Your
Leviathan,
2 regular Dreadnoughts, Hellfire missile launcher, and your Derrido, yeah.
So
ILS and your assault water cannons.
It's weird, I've got...
It looks like more, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it looks like more, but like you said, you've got a lot of hard-hitting guns. I've got a lot more troops, so I think it's going to be interesting, especially with the contact lost. It's going to be...
lost, yeah, we'll go.
So what we'll do is we'll put the objectives down, we'll come back and show you deployment. So we've just rolled for the game type today, and we have got contact lost. So that's one of the standard ones out the book, and what it is, on the first turn, you start with 1 objective card, and then on subsequent turns, you get a card per objective point you hold. There is a stratagem in there for 3 command points. If you have less than 6 tactical objectives, you can just draw an additional one. But 6 is also the maximum one you can hold. So it might force the armies to move around a little bit to sit on objectives and stuff like that, rather than just have a big smash up. But we'll see how it plays out. Contact lost is the mission today. Right, so the armies are deployed. We did get search and destroy, which has been interesting. So the Necrons we got to determine the table quarter after putting down the objectives, so we took this corner. And obviously we've got the Traveller himself down here with some Lich Guard and his Crypt Tech close by. 2 units of Warriors sitting nicely within 3 and 6 of the Captain in their Crypt Tech respectively, looking down at the Marine lines. We've got a little unit of Scarabs there, and the Immortals just behind. There is an objective there, objective 1. We've got the Stalker, which is probably going to be out of range most game, but needs must. There's an objective 2 there. We've got the Wraiths and the Scarabs just there, starting on objective 5. Actually, you know what? Looking at it now, he's slightly over the line, so we'll put him that side. So, that's my table quarter. We'll go around to Dave's.
You got any relics in there,
just point out the relic he's got, the Warlord. Point out the thing he's got the it's a cloak. I'm going to call it Cloak of Shadows. It's not, but it's basically that's what it is. Him and a unit within 3 can disappear once per game and come back more than 9 inches away from another unit. So basically that's a deep strike.
And 1 unit.
And a unit, so you can take a unit with him. So we've got an objective 6 out in the open here. Objective 3 just out of Dave's deployment zone. Objective 4 not quite in the centre, but not far off. So we've got Dave's Leviathan again. Looking to put some hurt on the Necrons down there. The Dreadnought Club.
Yeah.
All sitting there. Good field of fire. The tech priest there, the medic, armor medic, ready to sort of hold up the warlord as well down here for the storm of fire bonuses.
He's got the uprated armor, 2 up armor and a 3 up storm shield once again. Yeah.
And then we just put some scouts right down here. Danger close to the wraiths, but I'm guessing he wants me to bring them this way as opposed to going straight through the middle. And there is a combat squad in here and the Psyker in the Razorback, and we've got a squad, actually 2 squads because it's a combat squad, a squad up here and a squad on the ground floor, obviously ready to push out and get some objectives. And Dave massively finished setting up for, well, not massively, I think there was 2 or 3 units left at the end.
Oh, doesn't matter when you do that, mate.
You know what, someone's mentioned that they reckon you roll a lot of 1s because there's a lot of weight taken off that side of the dice and the skull as opposed to the numbers. And that's a 6, so the Necrons, unless you want to try and steal first turn.
Possible.
It's a 4, so nope. So the Necrons are going to get turn 1, which would draw 1 card, so we'll see what that is and come back. So the Necron turn 1 there, and my objective is secure 6, which isn't too bad, not ideal, but it's achievable, I think. I haven't measured any distances yet, but with that we'll go into the Necron movement and come back. Right, to a review of the movement phase there, these guys have the My Will Be Done on, trying to make it to that objective, and failed miserably. Didn't want to use any command points yet though. The Scarabs have made it though to get they'll get me a point this turn. The Immortals have shuffled up a little bit. And this unit has My Will Be Done on, because again, I was going to try and get as close to this as I could, but they didn't roll very well either, so it's a good start for the Necrons. So they've moved this way a little bit to just get out of a bit of line of sight. These guys have started a steady move up through here. We have the Cryptek and the Lord sitting pretty in between both of them. So they just moved up. The Stalker has moved a big 10 inches up to sit on that one, otherwise he wouldn't have any guns in any range all game, I don't think. And the Scarabs did a switch. They come back to sit on that one. And then these guys have come over the 12 inches. They haven't advanced. They're looking for some first blood action, hopefully on these scouts. So don't have a psychic phase. So we'll go straight into the shooting phase. We'll go with the Triarch Stalker. He's going to be basically the gun profiler, can do like a heavy 2 or a heavy 2d6 flamer.
Right. But
the flamer's obviously out of range, so we'll just go for the 2 shots on the scouts. Normally hits on 3s, -1 because it
moved. Ooh, I
didn't think you would hit anyway, so... And then what we want to do, we're going to measure up and see how many warriors are in range, because this squad should be in range of the Marine squad down there. And we're going to come back and shoot this guy's tachyon arrow, I think, as well. So we'll start down here. So we've got 3 Immortals that are in range and can see this Marine squad. So might as well use them. So these hit on 3s. And they all hit. They'll wound on 3s. So we've got 2 wounds. And these are at -2. Hey, good start of the game for the Marines. So are you using any command points on those? No?
Take the ones from the back.
And then we've got 10 Necron Warriors, which are also in range down here. Again, not rapid fire range, just normal range. So they're going to shoot at the same squad. So we've got these 10 Warriors here, coming into what's left of this squad. So again, 3s. It's not too bad. These will be 4s to wound. And these will be at -1. So we've got 3. So you back up to your 3 because you're in cover. So you've got 3 3-ups. Like I said, they have Salamanders, so no iron hands today. Oh, another 2 drop. 2 Manek.
Who are these from?
That's the same squad on the bottom, yeah. So you've got 1 guy left in there, so it's going to be a morale check on those.
Aye.
That was unexpected.
Right. I'll leave.
Gotta be the Sarge. You're leaving the Flamer?
Aye.
Taking the Sarge off, dropping you down, eh? Interesting. So anyway, what we're going to do, this guy's got a 1-shot tachyon arrow, so he's going to go for, its range, if people don't know, is 120 inches, which is ridiculous. You know what, I might go for the Razorback through the window.
Right.
Nah, let's go for the Leviathan. He's looking at it, isn't he? He's looking. Can't really see no else for these crates down that way. So, I'll show people so they can see down there. He's just got a good view on the Leviathan. So he hits, he didn't advance, so he hits on a 2 because it's an assault weapon. So he hits, it's strength 10. I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to use a command point to re-roll that. Yep, so he's got a wound. It's -5, I think, so he's on an invuln save.
Boom, through.
Are you using a command point on that one? It's D6 damage.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep, so he's passed his save and we've both used a command point. So they both spent a command point down to 8. The Leviathan's fine. For people that don't know, that Tachyon arrow is a one-shot game weapon, so I would have preferred to use it on another Dreadnought, but hey ho, let's go with it. So we're going to go down here, straight into the charge phase, and we're going to go for these Wraiths against Dave's Scouts. So he's got some Overwatch to do, we'll do that off camera. And what I'll do, I'll roll the charge distance on camera, so we can see what we get. So we've got 4 inches, which is enough to get the lead guy in, but maybe he's not wrapping them around as much as I wanted. So the Wraiths are in, obviously quite cool. It's quite hard to see them all down here with all the sort of foliage in the way and stuff like that. But the 6 Wraiths are 3 attacks each, hitting on 3s, and because they're Novok, they can reroll hits, failed hits in a round in which they're charged. So that was good because that's a pretty turd roll. So we've got these to reroll, hitting on 3s. These are strength 6, so they'll be wounded on 3s. That's a decent roll, and these are -2 on the AP with 2 damage a pop. So Dave has got a lot of saves to make. 9 saves. So we're looking for first blood here if we can get it.
It's on 5s, yeah?
Well, it's 6s because it's your scout armour. Yeah. So he's saved 3, but I think that's 5. Yeah, that's the squad. 6 of them gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you use the command point, it'll still be gone. So that is first blood.
And you consolidate in there.
And they, yeah, they'll push on, I think, a bit, maybe it's towards this guy.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, and then we'll come back and see what card Dave gets turn 1. So these guys opted not to go forward. Just want to make Dave do a little bit of work for once, because he normally sits down and just chills out in a corner. And Dave's card this turn, quite appropriate, he's just killed something, no prisoners. So the end of the Necron turn is a review. We score 1 point for secure 6, and we will get first blood because the scouts have died. So it's currently 2-0. We'll come back after Dave's decided to move.
Look,
Dave's just reviewing to make sure he's happy with what he's done, but I think no. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, I've won that,
You sure?
Yeah, I do.
So this guy's basically moved out the cover. Actually, he needs a morale check, doesn't he? Because he's not the Sarge, which I forgot to do. So he lost 4, so he's fine. That's 6. So he's around there. He's now within range of 4, because Dave's cautious that he needs to be next to some of these to generate cards next turn. This Dreadnought's moved up, so he's within range of 3. So he'll be getting a -1 to his hit rolls, but he's a Salamander. He can reroll one of them anyway, so it's not too bad. The little castle stayed still. The Tech Marine on the base shuffled over slightly, just so he's within stone bolter range of these. Leviathan's coming this way to sort these guys out. I think they just stayed put, these guys up here, isn't it? Yeah. So they've stayed where they are.
And the Razorbacks moved up a bit.
And yeah, these guys have got out just to lend as much weight of fire into these guys as they possibly can this turn. Obviously, he did contemplate this guy moving forward to about here, maybe he's advancing, trying to pop null zone. But if it didn't go off,
he's in a bad spot.
He's in a pretty bad spot. So with that, we're going to Dave's psychic phase.
Psychic phase, yeah.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure, because if my warlord's within 24, because of his relic, you'll be able to deny 1. So we'll measure that and then come back.
Smite on then.
Yeah, so I ain't in range to deny anything. So Dave's going to start with...
Go with... Smite.
Smite, yeah. So it goes off, I can't deny, so it's D3 mortal wounds. Which is 1. Are you command pointing that? They've got
no, I'm going to save that.
No.
Command point, yes.
Right, so he's going to attempt Psychic Scourge.
Up to 6.
So...
And of course I would have got null zone.
Yeah, that's definitely... I did say, oh Dave, you're not considering null zone. So if I come in, he's like, I'll never roll it, Dean, I'll never roll it.
We both roll a D6 and add leadership.
So you've got a good 14. Score there. And you're 9, yeah, so 14. Now the Necrons are leadership 10. So they beat it. So there's no mortal wounds taken on this edition, but these guys are rocking 3 wounds a pop. Dave doesn't want to use a command point yet, so the back one there is down to a wound, so we'll go straight in to the shooting phase.
Right, here we go.
I'll tell you what we'll do, because there's going to be a lot of gun come this way.
Just see what happens there.
I'll do it off camera, because there's a lot of bolter fire and stuff there, isn't there? So we'll do it off camera and we'll come back with the big guns. So like I said, we'll review that shooting there. So basically, this Dreadnought over here popped these las cannons into the Lich Guard. Got a wound and I managed to save, and his missile launcher, he did a frag missile at the Scarabs and rolled really well. Managed to kill a base and wound another one. Down here, a bit of a different story. Everything here well, not a different story, good outcome, but absolutely everything here shot into the wraiths. I was hoping I'd keep one on a wound so I could use the reanimation stratagem, and he just managed it. It was the last gun and the last wound. Bolters, missile launchers, grav flux bomb, the lot, everything down here shot into these guys, and managed to get rid of the scarab, the wraiths, which was just, I think, what Dave wanted really. But that's scored him his point for the turn, which takes it to 2 points to 1, and then we'll draw the Necron cards. So good cards for the Necrons here. So we've got Secure 4, Secure 1, Supremacy, Psychological Warfare not as much, but you never know what Supremacy. Got these guys, the Stalker, and those Scarabs sitting on a base, which will score Supremacy without moving. Secure 1 means if these guys stay still, I'll get it, which will be another point. And 4 is around here, and you just make it out there. Well, these Necron Warriors can move through, and worst case scenario, even if he doesn't die, I'll outnumber you because we're both troops. So I could go for a clean slate here. But really, my difficulty is now I've got to try and contact your castle, and my good punch unit, my wraiths have gone. So, looks strong for the Necrons now, but I think it's going to be a survival game after this turn for me, I'll be honest with you. So we'll come back after my movement phase. Right, so the movement phase, we're going to maximise points here, because like I said, I've got a feeling, you know, I'm going to struggle to contact Dave's lines. But so anyway, the Scarab shuffled round, the Lich Guard advanced up with my will be done. The Immortals moved off the objective just to get in range and start putting some shots in on the Dreadnought. The Lord and the Cryptek round here have moved around, and these 2 units have moved through. Now these have got my will be done from the Overlord. The little Cryptek with a cloak, who can move quite fast, has zipped over this way. So he'll get me Secure 1. We've just stayed put with these guys down here. So we're going to go into the Necron shooting phase on turn 2. So the Triarch Stalker there, move forward, which I forgot to do before. I just did it before we started one for the shooting. So he's now within range of the Razorback, which is down there. There's going to be a nice little firefight going on between these guys, probably down here. So with that, we'll go into the shooting phase. Because the Stalker's moved, he's going to be at -1 hit. So he's going to put his Heat Ray, focused fire, into this Razorback. His 2 dice hitting on 4s. He's got 1 hit. And he's got a wound. Because it's strength 8, it's -4, and it's D6 damage. So we've got a D6 damage on the Razorback. 4, I'm happy with that, I'll keep that, so that drops him down to 6 wounds. So we'll start with these guys. This Necron Warrior unit are going to pump some shots into this Marine squad, because they're just in rapid fire range. So, well, 2 of them are. So these are hitting on 2s because they've had my will be done used on them. So that's all bar 1.
And if you did that, you just see a lot more variety in Marine armies. It's really a good thing.
I think Chapter Tactics should go on all Marine stuff, and like I said, if they want to do any exceptions like they've done with the Triarch Stalker, I just say, look, doesn't go on Storm Raven, doesn't work on Land Raiders. Everything else,
Fire Raptors and stuff like that.
Everything, or like super heavy, everything else, get your Chapter Tactics. If an Eldar, like I said before, an Eldar Wave Serpent can have a -1 hit because it's over 12 inches away, so can a Razorback, that's a Raven Guard.
But so it's really resistant, you know, like Dreadnoughts get it, and Predators don't. Or Razorbacks, like you say,
yeah. So these are 4s to wound, so that's a pretty bad wound roll. But in fact, that's a terrible wound roll. I've only got.
There's 1 drop on the floor, you know.
I know, I picked them an extra dice. I've got 2 wounds, but they will be at -2 because they've come from 2 that are in rapid fire range. So in the cover, you'll be on a 4-up save.
Here we go.
So 2 4-up saves coming up. No.
Yeah, of course not.
Thank God for that, because that was a horrific wound roll.
Down by.
So that's 2 of these guys gone. The Immortals are going to put their shots into this Dreadnought. So they're not in rapid fire range. But I need to start stripping some wounds off a Dreadnought. And I'm going to use a stratagem. So this guy can do the My Will Be Done twice. So it's for another command point. So they'll be hitting on 2s. I really should say this till I get closer. But oh, look at 4 ones. Boosh. These are wound on 5s because of strength 5. Oh, nice. It's 4 on the Dreadnought at -2.
On this boy?
Yeah. But they're only 1 damage each, so he's got 4 5-up saves. If that was closer, it'd be 6-ups. So he's made 3 of them. Wow, fantastic. Stuck as a command point to take a wound off him.
Start with 8, don't
they? Yeah, so he's down to 7. The other back Necron Warrior unit, we're going to put their shots into the Marine unit over there with the melters. So I need to start stripping some of these guys away as well. Actually, you know what? I only rolled 10 dice. There's 11 guys there. So that's a hit on the Dreadnought. It's another wound on the Dreadnought. Save. There you go. Because there's 11 in the other squad as well. So we'll do these guys. Nobody's in rapid fire range of the Marines. I was debating shooting the Razorback, but I just think I need them melter guns dead. So that's better this time. It's a good round of hits. Looking for 4s. Come on this time at -1. Oh, that's good. That's 7. 7 saves with the Marine squad down there on -1. So 7 4-ups. That's the squad.
1, 2,
here we go.
4, 5 dead.
Now, are you using a command point? Because you know I've got psychological warfare as well, so it probably plays into my hands if you do.
Because you're just going to kill them anyway.
No, it's the Melter squad.
Melter squad, on the floor. Right, see.
With this squad here.
Yeah, gone.
Gone. So I'll probably not get psychological warfare, but that's me done. That's a Necron shooting done. It's a quick turn for the Necrons, really. Not much else I can do. There's nothing. Actually, you know what?
I think it's this next turn you're going to be really doing effective range on it.
He's got a flamer. It's whether I just try and take him out with weight of attacks from the Necrons. Nah, I'm just going to stay put.
Sure?
Stay put, yeah, 100%. So
see, I would rather you did.
I know you would. That's why I stayed put. So I will secure 4 because I've got 2 or 3 guys in range of it as opposed to your 1. And we're both troops. I will secure 1 because the Cryptek flew over to it. I will get supremacy because I'm sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives now.
Nice.
For 3 points as well.
I'm not going
and psychological warfare, I'm going to ditch. Because you can't fail with that Marine squad because I only killed 2 of them. So I'm going to ditch that and hope I get some good cards next turn.
Okay.
So Dave, not being in a good position on objectives. Not a fail, but obviously you can only draw 1 card. So he's actually spent 3 command points to try and get a second card. His first card was mission critical objective, which was 5. Which actually, well, let him do roll a command point. He originally got 2, which is way down here, which is no good. And 5's 12 inches closer. So it's second worst, but a little bit better. And then scour the sky. So he's got to kill a unit with a fly keyword, which would be either the Cryptek, this guy down here, which you can't target, or basically a unit of Scarabs, which means he's going to have to move, but to be fair, he needs to move this turn. He needs to go and sit on some objectives anyway, so we'll come back at the end of Dave's movement.
Yeah. He's going to shoot at something, I don't know what yet.
Right, so Dave's finished his movement. This guy stayed put. These 3 have stayed put. The guys in there have stayed put. This guy's moved around a little bit.
I'm going to move this boy.
Oh, he's going to move this guy. Okay.
Shoot your stalker.
Yeah, just to get a bit of cover down here. And basically, as well, this guy, if he doesn't lose Helios Array or whatever it's called, he can get a +1 on his hit roll to hit these, which he probably doesn't need because he hits on 2s, but just a bit of overkill. But it just obviously he's got the killer fly key where he wants to make sure those Scarabs die. And then down here a bit of movement, moving forward with these 3 units. The Razorback didn't move, the Tech Marines zipped around. He's going to heal this guy up with D3 wounds.
D3. Great.
For 1, so he's up to 7. And then we'll go into Dave's psychic phase. So Dave's psychic phase there, the Psychers, just around here. The closest visible unit is these Necron Warriors, so they're going to get smitten.
Smitten?
At 10. I'm going to attempt to deny that one, just because obviously my leadership's higher for the other power. Nope, so it goes off, so there's D3 mortal wounds on the Necrons. 1. So that's a Necron dead.
Great. Psychic Scourge.
Goes off on a 9, yeah. Can't deny that.
Leadership battle.
Yeah, so you've got, oh 15. Good. Now I've got 14, so that's 1. So is that another mortal wound?
If the psychic score is greater, the enemy's unit suffers D3.
So there's 2, so that's 3 warriors gone in the psychic phase from that unit. So yeah, in the shooting phase, so let Dave have a think about where he wants to shoot and come back with the things, or do you want to start trying taking out the fly units?
First.
Yeah?
Yeah, Leviathan first. It's going to be Flamers, your boy. How many's in there now? 1, 2, 3.
I think if we lost 3, there should be 8.
How many's in this one?
12.
I'll grab Flux Bombard them and everything else at them.
Storm Cannon Flamers. Yeah. And these guys.
So Flamers first, 2d6.
2d6 auto hits.
6, 7, 9, 10.
These are strength 5, so the wound on 3s. You can reroll one of the failed wounds.
For the Flux.
You sure?
Yeah.
So you've got 6 wounds at -1, so I'll be on a 5 up, but I'm in cover.
-2 for some of them. -2 for 2 of them.
Right, so...
For the Storm of Fire.
So my normal armor's 4, 3 up because I'm in cover. You'd be the other ones there, so you've got 5 hits at -1. So that would knock me...
4 hits. 4 hits.
4, sorry. So 4 hits at -1 would take us to a 4 up. Yeah, back to a 4. So we've got 4 ups. So 2 more dead. So we'll take them off in a sec. Then we've got 2, which would be a 5 ups or a 5 up invuln because the cryptek's nearby. So we've got 1 of them. So we've lost what? Another 3 from that unit.
Bombard.
Yeah, so the Grav Flux Bombard's got
3d3
hits, yeah, because of the number of models in the unit. Ooh, nice. 8 shots.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So he will be hitting on 3s because he moved, and he'll not be rerolling 2s, but he can reroll a single fail. So there's a 1 that he can reroll.
Which I will.
He's got, yeah, so he's got
typical.
3 misses in there altogether. Strength 9, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Well, they all wound anyway on 2s.
And 1's an extra minus as well. Grav Flux Bombard.
It's going to be massive.
Strength 9, yeah.
What's the
-5, 2 damage.
So they will get a 5 up invuln because then he had a cryptek. So 5 lots of 5 up. So 4. So we'll drop 4 from this unit.
Last thing.
Yeah, Storm Cannon, which was coming into this squad down here as well. There's not many of them left now. Yeah.
3s. Miss, miss. Miss.
A couple of more misses there as well.
No, that's not very good. I'll reroll 1 wound, just gonna haven't used that yet.
I don't think you've used that yet because they all wounded on the thingy. And it's strength 8, isn't it, the Storm Cannon?
Was that 6 originally?
I don't know. We'll call it 6, yeah. I don't think it'll make any difference because I've got the invuln. But it was, is it strength 8 you said, the Storm Cannon?
I think maybe strength 7, How many left?
So we've got 3 saves of a 5 up invuln, or because it's -2 the Storm Cannon. Oh, just 1. 2 saved. I don't know how many are left. I'll take another one off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so we're going to do another flamer from the little marine down there.
1. Yeah, 1.
It doesn't wound, nope, we needed a 4.
Well. Right,
so
salt cannon. No, I'll use the little boys first, so I'll use this lad.
Yeah, we'll measure some ranges, come back, you'll have a think. I wasn't recording there. So that killed another 2 off the Librarian Stormbolt. Librarian, sorry, the Tech Marine.
The Librarian didn't out.
Librarian missed.
Right, I'll do the Chaplain. So it's going to be Stormbolter against this little squad left, and the last cannon against your Storm.
You can't see through the window down there, I'm just trying to get in so people can see.
Last cannon's against your boy.
Yeah, so again, he moved to be hitting on that. That's good. 3s. What is his ballistic skill 3 or 2?
Chaplain Dreadnought. Ballistic skill, weapon skill 2.
Yep, so he's hit twice. Be wounded on 3. He's wounded twice. So, because he rolled a 6 and it's a Warlord, there's no save on 1 because it's -4, but it does get a save against the other las cannon on a 6.
Cocked.
That's as cocked as he can get, I think. Oh, saves.
D6 damage. I'll reroll that.
You're going to have to, yeah. So Dave spent another command point, that's 5 damage. Now if I get less than if I roll with a quantum shielding, 5. So why I was giggling there's a 5 is a number I didn't want. I want a 1, 2 or 3 or 4, so I'm using a command point
to reroll that.
See if I can get 4, 1, 2, 3 or 4, so 1, so the damage is ignored from the last cannon shot. Because you need to roll less than the damage caused.
The Stormbolter against your little lads. I haven't used any rerolls for Salamanders yet. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, he's hit twice. So he's got 2 wounds, 1 and an additional -1. So
they're in cover, yeah.
So 1 will be a 3 up. Yep. And the other one doesn't save. So I've lost another.
Down to
Necron Warrior. I think there's only 1 left.
Got to finish him.
The thing is with a Warlord trait, because the Warlords there, they are immune to morale, so...
And they could all come back next turn,
they could. Normally, obviously, that would be gone. You'd have wiped them already through morale. But with that nice little warlord trait means you've got to put a lot of shots into them.
Use these lads. It's going to be a frag and both bullguns at him.
At the last Necron Warrior down there.
The frag missile fires 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll reroll 1.
So he's got 3 hits. He's got 1 wound at the minute at an AP -1. So he's got 2 wounds. So 1 will be on a 4 up. He's gone. He's gone.
So I've lost that whole squad shooting, but just got rid of him anyway.
So he's gone. I'll take him off in a second because I kind of get around there.
He's gone, mate.
Yeah. He's gone up there, dead. Whoop. So the
Mortis Dreadnought.
missile right down there, the Morty. It's gone against these guys. 2 frags. He's got 5. You've already used your command point this turn. But he'll be hitting on
3, isn't it?
He hasn't yet. You can use a Salamander reroll. So he's got 4 hits. We wound on 3s. And the 2 Warlord moved off this turn, so I've got 2 saves of a 6. It's down to 1 wound on this base.
Right, damn you.
You're doing alright so far.
Okay, I'll use there's only the eyeless can see the Derrido, right? Derrido at them. It's going to be
everything at them.
It's going to see no.
You can't see from his missile.
They regenerate, don't they?
Nope.
They don't. Right.
Nope.
I'll fire the eyeless and the heavy bolter at them.
Yep.
And the anvilous autocannon at your boys in the ruins.
The other warriors.
The heavy ball, isn't there? No, I'll go at them.
They're sort of like heavy ballers, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go at
the
them.
Immortals, yeah.
Yeah. Great. Eyeless, 2d3.
3 shots.
Hitting
on 2s.
Oh my word.
You can reroll. Are you using it on this one?
Yeah.
I think you have to because you've got killer unit fly, haven't you yet?
Both hit.
I don't know what the strength is, but the toughness is 3, so that's probably 2 wounds. It'd be minus more than 1. So what's the damage?
Eyeless. Strength 6, AP 1, damage 1.
Just damage 1, but 2. So one of them, down to 2 wounds, so you kill that one.
Right, and then it's the heavy bolters. 2, 3 shotters. Got hits on 2s, isn't it?
Yep. Wounds on 3s.
Did I re-roll them again?
That doesn't matter, you've killed it.
Alright, there you go.
Because it's got no save at -1.
Right, so that's them off there. And I get that thing, right? So it's Anvilus at your Immortals, which is 8 shots each.
Yep. So that will score Davy's point for killing something with a fly keyword.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hitting on 2s. Yeah, boys there.
Crikey, it's a lot of skulls.
Isn't it?
And these...
I don't know if I've used a wound one yet.
Oh, just roll it.
I don't think I have.
No, I don't think you have.
Anvilus. Strength 8, -1, 2 damage.
So, how many's there? 3, 4, 8, 10. The toughness 4.
Alright, so just choosing, yeah. 10, yeah. Not bad.
And it was -1. So these will be on 4 ups. So we'll drop 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 immortals. Blooped.
For now.
For now.
Through the window, your stalker.
Yeah, you can see right down there, that's fine.
He hasn't moved, so the crack missile on the green. On 3s, we roll 1 for Salamanders.
Yep, so a las hit and a crack hit. You can reroll a wound, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so we've got 2 wounds. So which one was the missile? Doesn't matter. The missile's -2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the missile will be a 5 up. Yep,
9.
and the 6 up for the las cannon.
Goes
Nope.
through, D6. Boom.
Oh, so I've got to roll a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so the damage is ignored again with a quantum shielding. If I got a 6, you'd have caused the 6 damage because I have to roll equal to or less.
Nightmare.
So you want really to hit those with damage 2, damage 3, consistent damage rather than.
It's a nightmare, that, like.
Well, it is. You keep rolling 6s.
I think that's me shooting. Oh, I'm on a S6. I think that might be me. How far are they going to move? 5 inches.
They can move. Yeah. You think I'm going to charge your dreadnought? Are you been smoking?
Right, I guess that's it, isn't it?
So, we'll tally your points up. You've definitely scored. You haven't got
Just
Mission
one?
Critical 5.
No, just Scour the Skies.
Scour the Skies. Are you keeping Mission Critical 5 or are you ditching it?
Well, I paid to get it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Because you can have up to 6 cards in your hand. It doesn't count.
I'm going to draw that name, so yeah.
Okay, so we'll score there up. Necrons get to take 5 cards this turn, so we've got Secure and Defend Objective 1, Secure 5, Witch Hunter, and Mission Critical is 4. So, Objective 5 is down here, so the Stalker's going to score me that if it stays still. The Cryptek, which I don't really want him to, is sitting on 1, so he will secure me that, and to be fair, he'll defend it, because you'll not be able to target him. Mission Critical 4 is the one right in the middle of the table. So it looks like the Necron Warriors are going to be moving forward, and obviously I'll outweigh your number. My cards have been ridiculously lucky. Witch Hunter's a bit harder to score because I'll not be able to target your Psyker at all. So with that, we'll go into my movement phase. So just to point out the reanimation at the start of the turn, I haven't used the Res Orb yet. We've got 2 Mortals back, and the same on the Warrior squad. They were doing it on a 4-up, but I think only 4s because the Cryptek's close by. 5 and 6 for these guys, so we're pretty well there. But we'll do our movement and see what happens. Right, so review on turn 3. These guys have moved up within charge range of that Marine down there, or a bit of a longer charge on the Dreadnought. Into the mix down here, the Cryptek and the Lord have moved up, the Mortals have moved through, and these guys, like I said, have moved up, so they're all sitting nicely and around there. Obviously securing 4, which is pivotal this turn, but more importantly getting stuff into rapid fire range. This guy, just had to keep him still. The Scarabs have moved forward, just because I don't have Objective 2, I don't have like Supremacy or anything. And you never know, they might be needed later on to nick an objective down here. They're one of my fastest moving units, so keep them mobile. And the Stalker stayed still this turn. And again, none of the things have lost any wounds. He would have healed a wound with Living Metal, as with all the characters by now, so he's going to stay still and probably put some shots into the Leviathan or the Razorback. So we'll see, he's in range of both. So, what we're going to do is go straight into the shooting phase. So we're going to start with the Stalker, and he's going to do his focused beam into the Leviathan. Yeah. He's going to have to. I think he should help out the Immortals as well, so he's got 2 hits this turn. He would have got 2 even if he had moved. He's got, I want to check because I think it's strength 8, which is the worst result ever. We're going to command point that and reroll one of these, looking for a 4-up. Yep, so we've got the wound, so he got a in-run save, yeah.
I'll reroll that.
Nope, so it goes through for D6 damage. It's just 3, but it's a start.
Yeah.
Next, the reason we did that, obviously this will give the Immortals a +1 to hit, so they're going to be shooting their guns into the Leviathan, and there'll be a number in rapid fire range and a number that won't. And the Lords used the My Will Be done on the other Necron Warrior unit, so they'll add a +1 to hit. So I'll get a load of dice and come back. The Immortals there, we've got 3 guys in rapid fire range of the Leviathan, and 5 who aren't. So these guys hitting on 2s. That's a solid round of hits. These are strength 5, the Leviathan's T8, so they'll be wounding on 5s. Need a good roll here. No, it's cut. So 1 so far. Just 1, but it is at -3.
Who's it on?
The Leviathan, so he's on his end run. No, so he's dropped a wound. Then we've got the guys who weren't in rapid fire range. Again, they hit on 2s. 2 wounds this time. At -2 though, so he's still on a 4-up. Oh, he's dropped another 2. Can't hurt him with the big guns.
No.
I'll strip some wounds off him.
I think there's low profile.
Is it? Might keep him there. Might keep him there. We might have a Staff of Light in range, you'll have to check.
No, he's still in the zone.
So the Cryptek is going to use his Staff of Light against the Leviathan. He hits on 3, so that's 3 hits. This is strength 5. Oh, 3 wounds with the Cryptek. You legend. What's your save them all?
No, 2.
2. So that's, I think it's just a single damage, let's check. Yeah, single damage, so 2 wounds off with a Cryptek. That's, to be honest, that's a lot better than I thought it would be. So
it's minus,
knocked them down to 6
-2,
wounds. You say? Yeah, so the Warriors are going to put their shots into, let me think. After a long hard think, the Immortals they've already shot. The Warriors are going to risk their luck against this Leviathan. If I hadn't have done as well with the other units, I probably wouldn't have bothered. But it's worth a shot because they're all in rapid fire range. So we've got 20 shots, and because the Stalker shot at them, they'll be hitting on 2s. So there's a few ones there. That was that many hits. Running out of space. Come on, 6s! I can see one. There's only one.
Just one?
Oh, just one. He's on a 4-up. No, it's another wound though. Helps, because I've got a feeling the Librarian's coming his way next. So I want to try and strip a few wounds off him. That's a shame, because I was tempted to shoot your tactical squad, which would have rinsed them.
I would have done them, yeah.
But, so that's the end of the shooting phase. So we're going to go into some charging McChargers. And what I'm going to do is the Lich Guard down here.
Yep.
I'm going to charge this guy.
Good boy.
Oh, do you know what? No, I'm going to have to measure, because I think it's just 90, well, it's 90 a guy down there, but they've got the My Will Be Done on from the Traveller.
To this one?
Yeah.
9 a bit, yeah.
So it's 9 to him, but they'll get a +1 because of the My Will Be Done, so I'd need an 8. I tell you what, you're going to charge him. And the Marine, I'm going to leave alive for now because he's not pivotal to any plans.
Okay.
So,
yeah, you cancel them out anyway.
So I need an 8 because of the +1. They're in, 9. So I'm in on the dread.
And the crack. Last cannons.
Are you rerolling one of them yet?
And the crack missile. Nish.
So no hits. So we're in. So we'll move them in and come back. So these guys are in and we've done the pile in. So there's 8 Immortals there. And what we're going to do, we're using the stratagem which is Disruption Fields. So the infantry can add +1 to their strength. So they start at a base strength 5. The sword give them 6. The +1 will take them to 7, which is match the Dreadnought's toughness. And these guys, there's 8 guys, I think, isn't it, Dave? You just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, you haven't killed any of... That's right, you haven't killed any of them. So...
sorry mate, I killed 2 of your heavy boltery things.
So that's going to be 20 attacks. And because these are Novok, they're going to be re-rolling failed hits in the fight phase. So these hit on 3s. So we'll count them up. And we forgot to mention they also add 1 to hit rolls. So they'll be technically hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. So it's a full round of hits. Wow. 20 hits on the Dreadnought. Well, normally I would, I was toying up with giving these war sides, which are like -4, 2 damage. Like they'd have been on that strength less points, but they don't get the in-run save. So these are
less points.
These are wound on 4s, and it'll get a save of a 6. So we'll have a look at these. So anyway, we've got 9 wounds for the Dreadnought to save on 6s.
Goodbye.
Oh, he didn't save any?
Nah.
So does he blow?
Hopefully.
Hopefully not. No, he doesn't. So
he disappears. We'll
pile in these in 3 inches. We're going to form some sort of big conga line because Dave's got units everywhere. So we'll do that and then tally up my points. With the Lich Guard head up, as you can see, he had to go that way to these guys. They're sort of spread out, so it's pretty handy where they are. Not ideal. I'd have liked to contact another Dreadnought, but things are what they are. But I'm happy with that anyway because I think I'm going to score some big points this turn. So I am going to secure 5 because the Stalker's on it. I'm going to secure 1 because the Cryptek's on it. I'm also going to secure 4 because it was controlled by you. No, it wasn't. It was always controlled. No, it was controlled by you last turn, wasn't it?
Which one? 4.
4, because I moved the unit forward to get it. So your dude was...
Yeah.
So I get D3 for that because you controlled it. Now I control it. So... 3.
Yeah, I think
so that's worth 3. That's 4 and 5. Witch Hunter I'll keep. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Right, so that was quite a big turn in terms of points. It puts the Necrons 9 points ahead. And Dave obviously isn't sitting in control of any objectives now. So he's got some thinking to do this turn. He needs to really spread out and push back, I think.
No, he's not playing cards anymore.
You're not? Joe, no, Dave's going for the tabling.
I'm never going to win.
So you're going to call it tabling in a couple of turns? You're going to table the Necrons? So anyway, let him have a think and come back at the end of his movement phase. So Dave's in a full-on retreat, apart from this little brave soul who's moved around to get within 3 inches of number 3. So Dave can at least draw a card next turn if he's still alive. And then these guys, apart from him, everybody moved, didn't they? So
he didn't move.
Oh, he didn't move. But everybody around here has moved. The Marine squad in here hasn't. This little guy scooted over from over here this way. And then Big Dave is going to put some shots in. Do you want to roll a heal up roll now? Because I think he's going to heal the Leviathan.
2.
For 2, so he's back up to 7. There's another red dice somewhere. There you go. And the Razorbacks also move back just so we can get a line of sight onto these Lich Guard.
Right.
So we're going to Dave's Psychic phase.
Psychic, I forgot that. Right, yeah, it's going to be null zone. 7 gets it. No, it doesn't.
It's an 8 for null zone.
Might as well.
You got your last command point.
There you go.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and deny it with my Warlord, who's sitting there. So he should be within 24. We'll measure. So we're looking for a 9. You know what? I'm going to spend a command point because I think this is big. If they lose their end one, no. So I'll be down to, I think it's 3 command points now.
Yeah,
I'll double check that.
Yeah, down to 3.
Down to 3, yeah. So null zone is off. So any models, it's not units, it's models within 6 inches don't have an end one, which is going to be big. But I'm gonna tactically play this like a pro.
Yeah. Right. He's also got.
I think it's Smite probably coming.
Yeah, Smite. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Perils as well. So it's you can't die because you've got 4 wounds. So you take D3 mortal wounds for the 3. So he's down to 1 wound.
Would be.
But more importantly, that's D6 wounds on the Lich Guard unit.
That's right.
It's a power one, that. Oh, for 2.
Jesus.
So there's your 2 wounds. I'll tell you what, Dave, 2 wounds actually kills a Lich Guard. So we'll take this guy off. Actually, we'll take the... I don't want to like make it easy for you to fit in. I want to be a pain in the bud. Take this guy off. That could have been a lot worse. Necrons there.
Right, that's psychic then, yeah.
I'm just going to check the stratagem in mine as well while you're thinking about your shots. So the Necrons, but Dave's obviously going to start shooting these Lich Guard to bits. So the Necrons are using the Dispersion Shield stratagem for 2 command points, which takes me down to 1. And what it does is it boosts their save, their end one save, to a 3 up. And it's a bit like the Castellan robots. Any shots, any saves of a 6, a save roll of 6, bounces a mortal wound back to the unit that shot them after they've done all their shots. So.
Right, Flamer Boy.
Yeah, little dude in there, yeah.
2 shots.
2 hits, wounds on 5s because he's a T5.
Well.
Nope.
Oh well, excellent stuff, excellent stuff. Storm Bolters, bolt gun from the Librarian. So it's 8 shots now, isn't it?
Well, your Tech Marine hits on a 2 and your Librarian will hit on a 3, so you probably want to do them differently.
Like Tech Marine?
Yeah, he's got Storm Bolter and Twin Bolters. All hit. You're looking for 5s and you can reroll one of them.
What a
1. I thought you were in range of the Warlord. I was looking for 6s. So you got 1 wound. So I've got a 3 up save.
Why did I get 1 wound?
Because you got a 5. You definitely there's a 5 in there. Trust us. He saved anyway. I'm pretty sure there was a 5 in there.
Okay.
So
that's good.
The Marine dude, the
Librarian.
Yeah, got a bolter. So he's got no wounds.
Going well. Going well. Going very well. Christ.
Tactical squad still, and the Derrideo.
Yeah, there's Derrideo. No, I'll use a
Leviathan.
Yeah,
he's just around the corner there.
So it's going to be Storm Cannon Array and the Heavy Flamers, and I'll do the Graphic Bombard. Your boys here, I think.
He's going to split a bit of fire.
4, 5, 6.
There should be, yeah. There should be exactly 10 in that unit now, I think.
Okay, so do the Graphic Bombard first. 3d3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
7, hitting on 3s now. We roll for shenanigans.
And these wound on 2s, so it's strength 9.
And one's an extra minus as well.
Right, so they're just going to get the 5 up because of the crit tech.
Okay.
Because he gives them in run saves against shooting. So we've dropped 4 warriors from the Grav Flux.
4, 5, 6, 7.
2 flamers is 7 hits.
4, 5, 6, 7.
This is against the Lichy Guard. So these are 4s to wound.
Have I done a wound?
Yeah, there's a 6 there, I can see. Oh, with him, with the grav flux, you didn't reroll a wound.
No, I didn't.
So it's 2.
It's 2.
2 wounds. So these,
and it's at -1.
still on their in run, so these are 3 ups. Looking for a 6 really to bring a mortal wound back to you.
Nish.
Nope, so I've took a wound on one of them.
I didn't do me heal. I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Right, and that's these are storm can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the wound on this guy in here.
Right.
So he's in there in the building.
Oh, hang on, he's on a lower bracket now.
He'd been cheating, Dave. He'd be hitting on, well, he'd be hitting on 3s anyway. 4 4s because he moved, won't he?
Well, 3 ups, so it goes to 4 ups.
So there's 3 misses in this, you've got 4 hits.
Yeah.
And the strength 7, so it's 3s to wound. So it's a full house of wounds. It'll not matter on the -1 because they're on the shields. So we're looking for 3s. So there's a mortal wound on the Leviathan. And the other guy that's wounded is dead down there.
Right, so do the eyeless. There. Keep on eyeless, do everything at them.
Yeah.
Right, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Anvilus autocannons.
Yeah, he hasn't moved, so this guy's hitting on 2s.
Nice.
I think that's everything. Yeah.
Front 7, isn't it?
You tell me. It'll be 3s to wound anyway because they're T5, so it's not going to be 2s. Oh, it's a lot of 1s. Holy crud.
Anyway. Anvilus autocannon. Strength 8.
So it is,
-1,
yeah, 3s.
2.
There's a lot of misses in there. I'll let Dave get these dice ready. So these are 3 ups. I need to make a lot of these. Oh my god, there's the 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mortal wounds back on the Deradeo.
Wow.
But I have dropped 2 saves and I think the 2 damage a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2 guys fully down.
And I've lost 5.
You've lost 5 mortal wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Razorback is coming around the corner. I don't think he's damaged enough to knock his ballistic skill down. But he did move, so he'll be hitting on 4s.
11, 12. 4s.
It's not a bad hit roll. Got a couple of misses in there. 3 up at the top. And these will be winning on 3s. 3.
Yeah.
So 3 ups.
He is in range of that one, but doesn't matter again.
Oh! Jesus. One's dropped a wound, you've took 2 mortal wounds on the Razorback.
Do more damage to yourself.
I'm giving this guy extra wound credit as well. I'm putting him up to 4 wounds. So the front guy there's knocked down a wound. Obviously these guys will be susceptible to morale because the Warlord's nowhere near. You know, it's about damaging as much you can this phase.
It's not wiping, you know. I think I'm getting near the end here. Right, Chaplain. What a waste.
Well, this guy hasn't shot, he does he? The missile guy?
Yeah, I'll do him first. I'm going to frag or crack? Frag him.
Frag him.
2d6.
Double frag.
4, 5, 6.
6 shots. He'll be hitting on 4s this time because he's moved.
Yeah. We roll for Salamanders, doesn't matter.
2 hits. And strength 4, so 5s. 1. I think he's just out of range of the Warlord. Well, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, 4 up in one. Well, 3 up this phase past.
Got him. Okay, I'll go here. Now I'll go to Chaplain first. He's going to, at the last cannon, your Stalker again.
Down towards the Stalker, yeah.
And Stormbolter, your boys there.
Okay.
Stormbolter. No, last cannon first. Oh my god.
Are you re-rolling one of those? That's a hit. That's a wound. So it'd be a 6 up from the Stalker. Nope. So it's 4 damage. So I need a 1, 2 or 3 to ignore the damage. No, so it's taken 4 damage. So he'll be down to 6 wounds.
Remind that. Stormbolter.
Yep. Yeah, he's re-rolled his thingy, so he's got 3 hits. He hits on 2s.
Correct.
He's got 1 wound, and you've re-rolled a... Did you re-roll
no,
a wound? No, so you go for another one.
Don't matter.
1 wound, so we're looking for a 3 up. No, so he's killed the wounded guy. So this guy's going crack missile into these guys, and the twin lads down at the stalker, which you can see, it's just down there.
Last cannon.
And this guy hits on 3s because he didn't move. So that is a wound. So we don't put a 6 up. Nope. Well, that's a damage because I can't go through, so he's down to 5 wounds now.
And the crack missile hits.
It's not a wound. Oh no, it's a crack missile. Crack missile is a wound.
Saved.
It's a save and it's a mortal wound back on your dreadnought.
Start 7, don't I?
Yep. Right, Dave's just said he'll charge everything. By everything, what does everything mean?
This boy can't feel like.
Oh, is he not staying next to 3? To score you a point next turn? No. Okay, well, he's going in anyway. Chaplain. He's in.
You won't, to be honest.
Librarian going in.
Bush. Tech Marine. Yeah, should be it.
I just remembered the Librarian had null zone on. Tell you what, with it, because what I was going to do tactically, push him back a little bit. Because it's models within 6, I was going to use the saves on the models furthest away to still get the in runs.
Right, so they're the ones that should have
died. So the ones that should have died should have been here. So what I'll do, just to make it fair, that guy through there wouldn't be dead either. He'd be alive, right, okay. And the dead ones would have come from this side.
So I'll charge him with that flamer.
Yeah, so your flamer guy's going to get in.
Yeah, I'll charge him with these as well.
So they're all going in. Well, they're not going in because they need to go down for it. But I've got an Overwatch, I'm not shooting any guns.
And Derridair as well.
See, Derridair's charge, it's the first, isn't it, Dave? What have you been smoking? Right, I think he just wants to make sure these guys get as many boots to the face as possible. That mortal wound thing doesn't last in the combat phase, it's shooting phase only.
Right, so we'll go with the Chaplain first, and he has 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Do we reroll this? I don't do it.
In normal Chaplain mode, but I don't think he does he? Does the Forge World Chaplain Dread let everyone reroll failed hits? You'll have to tell me. I don't know.
Do I reroll mine?
Yeah, so double check for you, because like I said, I don't have the model, but this Chaplain Dreadnought doesn't
add 1 strength to anyone.
Yeah, they add the strength, he doesn't give rerolls to hits, but he still gets his own Salamander reroll hit. So he's hit 4 times. His strength is
probably 14 or something.
So he's wounded on 2, so he's got 4 wounds.
Let's see, Chaplain Dreadnought, it's 14, yeah.
So these are 4 up in runs. So 1's gone through, and the damage is
Dreadnought weapon. 3.
Actually, wait there, no.
Minus 3 damage.
What's the damage? What's the minus?
Minus 3 damage.
Right, so that's 4 dead.
Okay.
Because they're within 6 of him, who's got null zone. So I'm going to take off them 4, which leaves the dude. Yeah. So now, obviously, your dude can still pile in, your tech marines and all that.
No, because he can't go through the wall. But I think they still get within an inch.
Yeah.
Because you're an inch, you're close an inch from the wall, so I'll activate him. I think he has 3 attacks. 1 with a serval on.
Yeah.
He's got a chainsaw on that.
The chainsaw will give him an extra 1.
Tech Marine has 3 attacks, plus 1 for a chainsword. So I'll do the serval on first. Hits.
Wounds. He's within 6, so it'll be a minus 3, isn't it, on the serval arm?
Yep.
So he's failed.
No, you don't. What you say?
It is because I don't get the end one, because
I see.
I've got null zone. Yeah. So it's D3 damage. Got 2 wounds. Yeah, he's dead. You've killed him.
I did that.
See if I can stay alive. So the Cryptek there is defended 1, so that takes me an extra couple of points for that turn. So my 3 cards to have, because I'm sitting on 3 objectives now, is Secure 6, which is near the crates, Assassinate and Witch Hunter. So they really want a character dead. Objective 6 is here, which is doable, but if it's kill a character, I've got to just go and smash you in the face. I think it's calling out for me to do it. This guy's done now all game, so we'll come back after my movement and see what we can do.
Alright, get another shot.
Right, so review of the movement phase. The Traveller, the Sage himself, the Prophet, he's moved up. The Warlord's advanced with, well, not advanced, he's moved up with his Warriors and his Immortals and the Cryptek and a mass, just to start getting stuff in rapid fire range. His little Scarab's got a 5-inch advance and have scuttled over to there just to sit on that to, play the objective game, load up an objective for me if need be. I did pop the Res Orb just to get some extra warriors back because I didn't go very well on the regeneration at first. This Cryptek, who's just been a flyboy all game, has zipped around here to sit on 6, which was one of my points. And the Stalker has stayed put because the Razorback is still within range. I wasn't sure if the Leviathan is, but we'll double check in a sec. So yeah, we'll keep the Stalker still, so he's just a little bit out of range of the Leviathan, but he's in range of the Razorback. So what he is going to do, well actually, what we're going to do, the main event over here, the Traveller, the Prophet himself, is within 12 inches range of the Chaplain Dreadnought. So he's going to attempt, I've got a command point left as well, he's going to attempt to take control of the Machine Spirit. So on a 4 up, I'll get to shoot with one of its guns. Nope, so I'll use my command point. Oh, it doesn't do it. It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
So it would have been a twin las, which would have helped out. But anyway, the Triarch Stalker is going to shoot both guns at the Razorback. So it's hit twice. Oh!
No good.
Didn't wound it. 2 and a 1. 2 and a 1. Looks like the Necrons are going to suffer this turn, I think, with some bad rolls. And dude's falling over. So anyway, it hit. So we're going to go the dudes. Oh, I don't really have much gun left now. I'll have to have a look. Right, so the Immortals, we've got a few of them in rapid fire range with my will be done. So that's a 4 round of hits for the rapid fire guys. I'm looking for 5s. That's 3, nice. 3 wounds at -3. So you'll be on your invuln.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, they're at -2 because they're not the rapid fire guys. These are the rapid fire guys.
Still.
So yeah, so he still dropped 2 wounds. So the rapid fire guys, they all hit. Looking for 5s and 6s. Got 2. These are -3, but again you're on your invuln.
There we go.
So these all.
Another 2, yeah.
So just 2 wounds. He's down to 3. You know what? The Necron Warriors are going to go for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I regenerated, so I had 10 guys, didn't I? I did, yeah. Let's see if we can strip 3 wounds off this guy. So the first half, hitting on 2s. Say 9. So we'll roll these to wound and we'll do it again. Looking for 6s this time, just 1. But again, this will be on his invuln. Oh, he's saved. They all hit this time. Come on, I need a good roll this time. Oh, nout. Nout. They're only strength 4. It was that additional, the strength 5 of Vagrant.
That's what you do when he's down that low because he's got to check me next to me.
Yeah. Going to heal him up. So anyway, we're going to go into the chargey McCharge phase. And those warriors are going to charge the tactical squad and the flamer dude.
Yeah.
The Lord's going to charge the flamer dude's probably the only thing he can reach.
Him?
No, him.
Oh,
he's the different one. He's the Overlord. He's the Traveller dude. Now I need to kill a character. So he's coming hell for leather. I need to measure up.
Yeah. Right, yeah, so it's just him.
Yeah, so this guy, the Traveller, has spotted the Psyker. Obviously I've got the orders to assassinate and Witch Hunter. So he's going to declare charge. He's got one hit on Overwatch. So no wounds, you can reroll it. No wounds. But I do need a 9. And I was going to do my will be done on himself. Oh, it doesn't get in.
You got any command point?
I don't. I used it on the...
You got one left?
No, I'm sure I used it on something.
You've got one on there.
I'm sure I used it on something. I'm pretty... No, I did. I used it on his try to take control of the machine.
Oh, right, okay.
100% I knew I'd used it.
Right.
So the Necron Warrior unit, you can do some more watch against them. You've got the tactical squad and the flamer guy.
Right. So missile launcher.
The Cryptek's going in as well against the single
Who are you charging with first?
The Necron unit, the warrior squad.
Right, so first of all, frag missile has 1 shot, which doesn't do anything, and then bolt guns.
What?
Couldn't roll like that on last cannons, so I'm gonna
4 hits. I would have shit myself if you roll it out on las cannons. Are they all 4s and 5s and 6s as well? Well, they're out of range of the chaplain, but that's 4 wounds against the warriors. So they'll be on 4 up saves because they're not in any, or 5 up for the Cryptek. Oh, and I saved them all.
Right. Good.
So we'll
and
roll
the flamer one as well.
Flamer at D6 autos.
Oh. There we go. Start to feel with it.
Yeah, so 4 again. So we'll drop 2 Necron Warriors this time. We'll take them from the back there.
And yeah, they'll get in and then
roll their charge. We'll just roll their charges because I need them to get quite high. 7's pretty good, so we'll keep that to the side. And we'll roll for the Overlord. 6 is enough to contact the guy, and the crit tech as well. Oh yeah, 6 inches. That should be enough for them guys. So we'll move these guys in, pause up, and just to recash, see the Stalker down there fired and failed the wound and all that kind of stuff. So a massive flop this turn. That was big because this guy is hard, and I only needed to take a wound off your guy there. So I'm guessing he'll be hidden next turn, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So there we go then. We're going to start in the fight phase. No one's got any command points left.
No, nothing. Do I need to pile them with some? Well,
not yet, because it's me to activate and then pile in. So
no, I meant for the heroic intervention, but I can't get through the wall.
Yeah, I don't think you've got anybody within 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to my units are moved in. I'm going to activate them, push them in, just because it's so fiddly getting in there with the camera and stuff like that. So towards the closest model, the Necrons on the bottom floor are actually going to contact the Leviathan. So I'll push them forward. I'm going to start with the Necron unit first, see if I can kill some of the Marines. So I'll do the 3 inches now, which means some of them will be able to get up a level and some of them will go through. So after the 3-inch piling move there, we've got 4 Necron Warriors that can actually attack. So guys on the base level have contacted the Leviathan, obviously can't attack, but it stops him shooting. So we've got 4 attacks. So we've got 2 hits. For 4 is to wound. We've got 1 wound on the Marine squad, so you've got a 3 up armor save.
Did you? Nope.
I had a feeling I'd kill one. So that's a dead Marine.
So let's see how far I do that. He's by himself, isn't he?
Yeah, but he'll have a 3-inch move. So he'll come down and contact him, won't he? So it's up to you, whichever way. It's who you want to keep alive. You probably want to try and keep your missile launcher alive.
Yeah.
So just to make it clear, what happened is he'll come down 3 inches. Obviously, you can measure diagonally down towards the closest model. So when you activate that unit, I've got nobody else to attack them. He'll be there against him.
Do I have to activate them?
Yeah, you have to activate them. I've asked that question loads because I don't want to fight. I want to be tactical and not fight. So yeah. So we'll go with the Overlord next against a single Marine down there. So he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s, I think he's strength 7. So that's 2 wounds. With the Singy, it's -4 and 2 damage, so it's definitely a dead Marine.
Another one?
Yeah, well, it's the front guy who's on his own from that squad. So that's all my units done, because they'll not be within an inch, but I'll do my consolidation moves and then we'll let Dave attack back with his tactical squad and
Let's
divide
do it
him.
there. 2 hits.
1 wound.
1 wound.
So 1 4 up. Yep, so a Necron Warrior saved.
2 hits, yeah.
So the Leviathan's got 2 hits, because he's down to 2 attacks, he's got 2 shooty weapons.
I think that'll be 2 wounds. Well,
He'll be strength base 6 or 5 worst enemies. He's got 2 wounds, there'll be no negatives. So he's dropped 2 Necron Warriors. Okay. So we'll take 2 off, and we'll come back. See what cards I've scored actually. So Secure 6, the Cryptek, who did a fantastic 10-inch move. To be fair, I was like, that Cryptek's not that good, but that 10-inch move scored me a few points this game. I don't have Assassinating Witch Hunter, so I'm going to keep a hold of those, and we'll take 2 Necrons off there, and we'll come back and see what cards Dave's got. So I scored 1 point that turn. So Dave's card was, he draws a card.
Yeah, defend objective 1.
Which is defend objective 1.
Yeah.
Which is down here, and obviously he's stuck. I mean, he's got mobility, your bike can move pretty far. And your Razorback's still got legs in it, but it's just a war. I think it's a survival mission for the Necrons, really, and the Marines. It's just a case of see what they can kill. So we'll let Dave do his movement and we'll come back. The Dreadnought Conga Lines moved around, looking at the old Traveller himself. The Prophet, the Leviathans moved back, and the Librarians sort of scuttled around to heal him up. So if you want to roll that now.
D3. Oops.
So
1.
he's got a wound back, so he's on 4.
Useless.
I think the Razorback didn't move, and yeah, Dreadnought down here, he didn't move either, did he?
Yeah. Psychic.
So we're straight in the Psychic phase.
You smite first. 4 for 6, yeah.
So Smite goes off.
New boy.
Closest unit's probably him. Do I let it go or do I try and deny? You know what, I'm going to try and deny because he only got a 6. And I think Null Zone's going to be hard to get off. So it's denied.
Denied. Null Zone.
Doesn't go off, it's an 8.
What is that? Sorry.
So that's it. So a Duff Psychic Phase. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah,
So it's worked out well for me.
That's why I went Smite first to try and draw you.
Draws in. Well, it worked.
Right, useless. So now he's in a horrible position. Great.
Well, not really. He's got 3 Dreadnoughts and he's flanked to back him up,
right.
So it's not that bad.
So Leviathan cannot shoot.
Yeah, and the tactical squads obviously just remain in combat. So
Bolt gun him. With it.
He's T5, so no wounds.
Damn. Right, I'll assault cannon. Oh, sorry mate, I'm going to move them out of combat.
Alright, go for it then.
Assault cannon here.
Yeah, so assault cannon on the Necron Warriors.
5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 3s. Is it? Might be dropped down.
It's 4s because you've lost more than half wounds yet.
I don't have Salamanders.
Another 3 in there yet. But you will be wounded on 3s. So 4.
Yep.
So it would be -1, so they'd be on a 5 up, but the ring cover would knock them to a 4 up. Or the Cryptek would give them a 5 up anyway, so is it?
4.
4. Yep. So we'll drop 2. So what I'm going to do is take probably that guy and maybe this guy and just leave a buffer unit in front of the characters so you can't pick on them.
It's like 5 inches to him, 4 and a bit to him.
Yeah, so you're going to pick the character probably.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got now 2 last cannons and a Stormbolter. Last cannons.
So both hit, 3s to wound. 1 wound, so it's a 4 up in one.
Right.
Passed.
Stormbolter.
Yeah, it's 1 wound.
I knew it.
Passed his armour save.
Damn you. Damn you, damn you. Right, I'll go here to here. Double crack. That's it. No. He's moved.
Yeah, he's moved, so
No, nothing.
no wounds.
Right,
You got a you got a salamander, you can reroll that wound. But you couldn't reroll the hit.
That was the reroll the hit and I missed it.
I thought you said 1 hit.
No.
Are you sure? Okay. I don't know.
It was both 3s, and then I re-rolled one.
Well, you couldn't reroll if it's a 3 though, that's the thing.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So no hits.
Yeah,
so it's no hits.
anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would have been a hit sort of thing, yeah. Great. Down to the Derridale.
There's a dreadnought down the far corner. He's still free.
He's going to crack and last cannon your stalker.
Okie dokie.
Last cannons. Hit.
Yeah, you can reroll a wound because he hasn't yet.
There you go.
So 2 wounds, so I'm looking for 2 6-ups. Oh, he's got a 1 again. So 3 damage. I need a 1 or 2 to negate it. No, so he's took 3. Healed 1 up last turn, obviously at the start of the turn. So
Crack
he's down to 3.
Crack missile hits. Crack missile wounds.
Strength of the crack missile is 8. Definitely wounds. But that's a save, oh. Blessed. That Stoke guy saved a few times.
Right, so Eyeless, that's all I've got left, I think. Yeah.
So, yeah, Derridale Dave.
Eyeless, I'm going to put everything into him.
Into this flying Cryptek. I don't know if he can because I think that Necron Warrior is probably slightly closer.
Yeah. So in that case,
I think you'll have to measure it because he's obviously character. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah. They can pick them, but they stop it. I
think
so. What I'll do is I'll do.
There's
only 8 shots. I'll do 8 shots of autocannon. It's 1 battery, not 2 batteries.
Yeah, he's been getting double batteries all game. But
I'll do heavy bolter and Iolos into them and autocannon him.
Okie dokie.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 autocannons.
So he moved. He took wounds as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, pick him up again.
Picked up, yeah, use a red one because he took 5 wounds. I think that was right, wasn't it? So I don't think it'll have knocked his profile. It might have done.
I think it might.
Will it?
Oh no, I think it's 7 that goes down. No, it goes down at 9.
So he is on what, 3s to hit normally? Now?
He's now on 5s.
He can't be. He's on.
Right, David, or Dreadnought?
He's on 4s to hit. 3s to hit. which means they'll have missed.
Oh. Relic Derridero on 9 wounds goes to 5 up. Yeah, he goes to 5 inch movement.
Then no weapon skill.
Characteristic 2. Derridero. Characteristic 2 weapon skill. Oh, ballistic skill, sorry, it's 3.
Right, yeah. So you got 6 hits, because you can't re-roll the 3s.
Yeah, it goes to 3s, yeah.
So you got 6 hits.
Yep, 6 hits. So I can re-roll 1 then, couldn't I?
No, because of the 3s, but you can re-roll one of these failed wounds. And it's strength 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got 5 wounds. What's the minus?
I think they're at -1 and that's at -2.
So we've got 3 at -1, so these are on 4 ups, both dropped. What's the damage on them? Just 1?
1, yeah. Not 2.
2, so he's took 4 wounds, so he's dead.
That was at him.
Oh, it's at him,
Yeah.
alright. So, well, he's failed 2 saves anyway, so he's got a couple of wounds left, and these were at -2. Well, he's got 4 up, so... Oh, he's made them all, he had to as well. Whew. So he's took 4 wounds, so he's down to 2. But he does have living metal, so he can heal a wound. Or if this crypt deck can get to him, he can heal D3 wounds on him.
Right. Heavy bolters at your boys.
So again, 2s and 3s miss here, and you can't re-roll. You can re-roll that failed wound though. Or
I'd use it, I think.
use it on there, so it's a back to a 4 up because they're in cover. Nope, so we've lost another warrior. I'm going to take the back guy down.
2d3. Ooh.
5. 2 hits. Yeah, because he's used these reroll, hasn't he? Hit.
Yeah.
The strength.
Strength 6, -1, 1 damage.
So back to 4s. So no, so we lost 3 Necron Warriors now from that squad, takes them down to 1.
Yeah.
So I'll take them off.
Yeah. Right.
So warrior removed there. I've left the guy on the bottom floor.
Technically we'll charge them. Yep.
He's definitely in, but we'll get a bit of Overwatch. Get 2 shots. Nope, no hits.
Okay.
And what I'll do a bit of heroic intervention down there within 3 inches.
Shit.
So Dave wants to wipe. Well, not really, because he wants to wipe the warrior so they can't come back. But because he's done that, the Cryptek, they were both within 3, but I couldn't fit this guy's base in if the Cryptek went in. So the Crypteks went in, and he's actually managed to get into contact with both. But it means at my turn I don't have to target your marine, I can target him if I want.
And I can't shoot again.
And then yeah, you'll be shooting, not
that's
shooting.
Lost,
but it means not really, because you'll have will be going before me.
He's not going to kill him.
He's got 2 attacks, but he can't kill him.
Is he got anything to shoot?
Not now.
Right, so a librarian
is in.
Chaplain
is maybe he's not in. We'll have to measure that.
4 inches. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in. It's close. That's their bare minimum.
Derridero. Yeah.
Oh, he's going in with a lot again. You know, this guy's strength 8, -4/2 damage a hit.
That's why I'm trying to make sure I kill him before you do this. I don't know if you can get through, but see what I get anyway. No,
it's not enough.
Right.
So, where do you want to start?
I can't believe I've done that with the Leviathan.
Well, you want to start with your Tech Marine on the bike.
Damn it. So, 3 attacks, +1 for chainsword. One's with a servo arm. Hits.
Oh, you're always hitting with a servo arm. Wounds. It's -3, isn't it? So no save.
Yeah.
No save, so he's dead.
Right. And then...
Because I only get the end run against shooties.
That's it, and I can't fight him because I didn't take out a charge against him.
No. So the Cryptek's good.
Right, Chaplain. 4 attacks. And 2s. Some 14.
I'm strength 5, so 4 wounds.
-3 damage.
So he's on his 4 up in run. He's dropped 3 damage a pop. Yeah, he's gone. He's definitely gone.
Right, damn it, I can't believe I've done that. Yeah.
So they can all move 3 inches towards the closest doodle.
He can, only they can. They haven't fought with it.
Yeah, but they're charged. So you'd activate a charging unit. A unit that charged even though there's no one.
I haven't activated on it.
So anyway, it's me with a Cryptek with 1 attack. So I'm going to put it against the... Let's see. Right, so he's got 1 attack, so I'm going to go against the Tech Marine, because I don't really have much chance of wounding the Leviathan. So he's hit. Strength 4. I would have wounded the Leviathan. He's wounded the Tech Marine. I can't even remember what the minus is now, hang on. So -2, 1 damage, so 4 up, which Dave's failed. So his Tech Marines took a wound, so he'll be down to 4 wounds, 'cause it's 5 on the bike. And what did you score for that turn? Nothing?
Nope.
Nothing again, wow. So going into the last turn, potentially turn 5. Obviously, I'm sitting on 5 objectives now, so I can have 6 cards in my hands, 1 from last turn. Got no prisoners with a Warlord, which is kill something, which I'm going to go and try and do. Advance is no army, no unit in my deployment zone, which means if those scarabs push forward past the midway point, which is about there, which they can do, I'll score a victory point. So I've got Assassinate, Witch Hunter, and Domination. Which I don't know if it's achievable, but if this guy can somehow manage to swing around here, I would literally be sitting on every objective. But these guys couldn't be in range of that and get out, I don't think. And sorry, I wouldn't be on that, so Domination's definitely... It would be doable, ironically, in this state, but not likely. And the Immortals, I've got a couple of Immortals back with a regeneration roll. So we're going to do my movement and then come back. So the Cryptek's moved up. Obviously we're sensing a Witch, on 1 wound. And I've got Assassinate and Witch Hunter. The Warlord's moved through with options to take on a Warlord if need be and a Psyker. The Cryptek's just staying locked in combat. The Immortals just shuffled up, which gives them an equal distance basically to these 2 guys. Some of them can't target him because they're a bit further away, but they're all equal, so it allows me to put some shots on the Psyker if need be, or start trying to hit these Dreadnoughts in rapid fire range. So, sorry, equal distance to these guys so I can pick and choose if need be to shoot them, so they may put some shots into the Chaplain Dreadnought. A couple of these guys here, a couple that side, that way we'll have to see. Or they might just all shoot, because we'll see what they do. The Stalker stayed still. The Scarabs are just going to stay still as well, because why not? So we'll go straight into the shooting phase. We'll start with the Stalker. I'm going to measure something. Right, so we're going to start with the Stalker, which is, we've just carefully measured, he's half an inch closer to the Chaplain Dread, which is the closest unit to him, than he is to the Razorback. So we're going to attempt his damage, so he's hitting on 4s. He's got 1 hit. He's going to be wounding on 3s. He's wounded this time, it's -4, so you'll be on your...
Reliquary, no.
And D6 damage. Oh, just the 1. It's a start. So I think he'll get like 8 or 9 wounds. I'll just put a 6 there. Give you a few less. Be the same as he's the same as a normal Dreadnought, like 6.
Yeah, 2 red price is 5, it is. So that's 9.
So you're on 8. I thought you would have probably got an extra one in a normal Dread. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to try and Staff of Light this guy, the Marine. Oh, he's missed. He don't have no guns. So our other guns are the Immortals. And the Staff of Light, sorry, was from this Cryptek, if anyone's curious. Yeah, the Immortals are going to shoot. I'm going to have to split it. I think I've got 4 guys closer to this guy, and those guys closer to the Chaplain Dread. So I'm going to do... How many have I got left alive? 5, 9. I'm going to do the 5 that are closer to the Dread into him.
Yeah.
And the 4 into the Derrideo. So we'll get some dice for rapid fire shenanigans. Right, so we're looking at it again. We're going to do 5 of the Immortals into the Chaplain Dread, 1 of the Immortals into the Librarian, and then the other 3 into the Derrideo. So we'll go for the 1 against the Librarian. It's cocked. It's got 2 hits. With the My Will Be Done on it would be 2s. We've got 1 wound, and it's -3, so you need a 6.
Nope,
it's a dead one.
Okay.
Well, walk as well, have the car seats and that. You can stay if you want. I'll go and get them. I'm not fussed. So we've got the ones against the Chaplain Dread. So we've got a couple of misses in there, like I said, with a My Will Be Done. We're running out of My Will Be Done targets now, so And these are 5s to wound. Come on, a healthy one. Oh, just one. Just one wound on your invuln. And then we'll do on the Chaplain Dread, and then we'll do the hits on the Derridale. They all hit.
Right.
And we've got 2 on the
Chaplain
Derridale.
Dread is okay.
Chaplain Dread is fine. The Derridale at -3. Got 2 wounds on him.
So he's 5 up in vulnerable, isn't it?
5 up, yeah.
And 4 up in combat. So we go through?
Just 2. But he's lost 2 anyway, so he's down to 7 wounds. I think that's all my gun.
Okay.
Yeah, that is all my gun. So we'll go into the fighty McFighty phase. And I'm going to charge. The Cryptek's already in combat. So this guy's going to charge your Warlord. And this guy is going in to your Warlord. But I'm going to try and be sneaky and go whoop.
Yeah.
And get you
so first one charging him?
Yeah.
Blast cannons. No. And Stormbolter. 2. Oops.
You can reroll the failed wound. So 1 wound, 1 saved. I will just point out before we did, I don't know if we mentioned it, the Leviathan and the Cryptek did that fight last turn. The Leviathan put a wound on him, but obviously at the start of my turn, the Living Metal, he healed it back up. So we'll roll for the Lord's charge range, no damage. Oh, 11, he's definitely in. And the Cryptek, oh, a 9, they're in as well. So we're going to start then, we'll pile in with the Overlord, so he's looking for 2s. Oh, he's got a miss. Strength 7, he needs 4s. He's got 2 wounds, they'll be at -4. So they'll be on the Chaplain's invuln, and these will be 2 damage a pop.
Saves 1.
So he's down 2s, he's down to 6 wounds. Yep. And the Cryptek's going to take a hit on him as well.
You know what?
He hits.
He's vulnerable.
Any wounds? Yeah, Chaplain is vulnerable, yeah.
So he's lost how many?
He's lost 3 wounds altogether. So we'll make 3 6-ups.
Yeah.
Nope. And he's took a wound off the Cryptek at -2. So he's 5 up. Yep, so he saved that one. Yeah. So then it's my turn to nominate a unit that was already in combat, so I'll go for the other Cryptek, who's going to take a hit on the Tech Marine again. If I get another 6. No, so he doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound.
So that's
all your combat in there.
Yeah.
Right, so it doesn't matter what order it is, I'll go the Derridale first for attacks.
And he hits on... Wait.
It'll be 3.
Is it 3s normally in combat?
Derridale. He is on how many wounds? 7. Through 5s.
So you, well, because you reroll the 3, but he normally hits on 3, doesn't he? So you couldn't reroll the 3.
But I still would roll one of the other ones anyway, it doesn't matter.
So 1 wound. Yeah. He's saved because there's no minus yet. Chaplain Dread.
Chaplain will go against.
Cryptek doesn't have an invuln.
Yeah, I'll go against him.
Yep.
4 attacks.
They've all hit. Hits on 2s. Be wound on 2s.
He would have extra 1 strength as well for his wounding because he's in the same combat as someone with the Chaplain. I don't know if it mattered though. That'll be all the wounds, is it?
4 wounds at -3. So looking for 6s. No, it's a dead Cryptek. It's 3 wounds a pop.
Okay, Leviathan has 2. Whoops.
Does he normally hit on 2s? He does, doesn't he?
Yeah,
so he's got 1 hit.
Yeah.
You couldn't re-roll the 2.
That's right, so yeah.
That's a wound though, because he got a 5.
Yeah.
So he saved the Cryptek because you've got no negatives, no CC weapons, but you've got your Tech Marine,
yeah.
Tech Marine.
Yeah, there's 4 servo arm hits.
You've hit with a servo arm every time. Oh, that's a failed wound. Oh, that's a wound. Oh, he saved.
And the rest of his attacks.
Still 2 wounds. You re-roll the servo arm.
Sorry.
Yeah. So he's took a wound on the Cryptek.
1.
So he'd be down to 3 wounds. So with that, that's the end of the Necron turn. We don't score advance. We kill a character because we kill the Psyker. We'll kill the Psyker, so we'll get Witch Hunter. We don't get Domination. We do secure 4 because the Immortals are staying on it. But I don't score no prisoners with the Warlord yet because he didn't kill the thingy. I was going to go for the Wounded Librarian, but we managed to kill him anyway. So that's 3 points for the Necron at the end of turn 5. We'll go into the Marines turn 5.
Not moving.
So Dave's drew his card, which was secure this. Not that it makes any difference at the minute. I think he's just playing for pride to kill stuff.
Yeah, nothing's moving.
So everything that's in
Psyker's
combat,
dead.
staying in combat. Psyker's dead. Straight into the
Here,
shooting phase.
Lars and crack at your boy.
Yeah.
2 Lars.
Both hit. Both wound. I need 2 saves of the 6. Nope, so you've got 2d6.
3 and a
So
1.
it's took a 1 definitely, because I can't roll less than that. It's took 4 wounds, which it had 4 wounds. So it's dead.
It's gone. Crack missiles wasted. The assault cannon for 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At your mortals, is it?
Yeah, going for the immortals. You didn't move, so you're hitting on 4s because you're damaged. You got 4 hits. Wound on 3s. 3 wounds. And they're in the cover, so they're still back to their 3 ups. Oh!
3 gone.
3 immortals gone.
And he's left there. Whoops.
I think there's 6. 6 it looks like from here. Yeah, because there's 4 off, so there's definitely 6 left.
Technical fire his pistol. Hits. Wounds.
There's the wound against a Cryptek and 3 up. Yep, he's saved.
Here.
Hit the immortals.
Bubblegum. Is it going to be rapid fire?
You might just be in rapid fire range, yeah.
Yeah. And a missile.
Crack.
Right.
Are you going crack or frag?
Yeah, I'll crack. Crack. Hits.
Wounds. So it's not a save.
Bubblegum.
Oh, you're getting all the 6s now. Oh, 2 wounds as well. But they save. So we lost another one from a crap missile. So that's 4 this turn. Because again, morale could sting.
He'll double frag, I guess.
Double frag missile them.
Yeah. 2d6. 6 and 9.
So he hasn't moved this guy, so he's hitting on 3s. And on 4s. It's 4. So 4, it's no minus, is it? So they're on 2 ups in the cover. Right. Yep, they're good.
Nice, there we go.
He's got to go everything into the immortals, isn't he? He's got no other targets down this side.
If that Leviathan hadn't been locked in combat, I could have had this. You've only got them 3 units, didn't you?
Yeah, well,
right.
4. 1, 2, 3 in the Cryptek. But the Cryptek will probably die in around the combat this turn.
1, 2, 3.
In the Cryptek with your Tech Marine in the building.
Oh, yes, aye, because still had it, because you want firepower.
Yeah, well, you could still technically get it. You've got your Derridale to shoot.
Well,
but to be honest, I think these can't be seen by anything else with guns now.
Yeah, well, I'll do his helical Larry anyway, so we get that one hit. Yeah. It doesn't matter anyway, there's 2, so...
If you're going to go for it, though, what you should do, in all honesty, is that Derridale should pump everything into these, and that guy should take a cheeky shot through the window up there.
Who?
Your back Dreadnought. Oh, he did.
He killed the thing. That's what I'm saying. If he was left, he had enough firepower to do a lot there.
You could still do it. You could still do it. You just need to roll really good now. You need to roll really bad.
I'll do the heavy bolter and the ambulance at them, and the ILS at them.
Yep.
ILS 2d3. 3, 4, 5.
Because for time restrictions, not just as a nasty Necron player, we're going to call it at turn 5. It's pretty great.
Nah, he's failed. But you know what? That's the end of it. Can't win. I'm going to firepower.
How many wounds he caused?
I'll roll that one anyway. Just that. That's not enough to kill him, so I cannot wipe it.
So it was 2. What would I don't know what the saves would be there. Well, that wouldn't have been saved. That would be 2 dead.
Yeah, still going to leave 2, 3. So even if else did everything, you would have 3 left.
Well, I'd have 2 if I failed the morale check on a 6, because the leadership 10, and that's 6 this turn. Actually, yeah, if I roll a 6, that would be 12, so I'd lose 2, so there'd still be a guy left as well.
So even if everything else landed now, you'd win with a
Necron. I'd still have an immortal.
That if I hadn't stupidly left the Leviathan close enough to get tagged in the
Do you want to do your attacks on my Warlord out of Pride with your Chaplain Dread? Full round of hits. You can reroll a failed wound, so that's 4 wounds. 4 in wounds. Got 2, so it's 6 damage. So you smack him in the face and he's dead.
Right.
So that would be Warlord. That's what I mean. That's how close it's going to come down to that weight of fire.
If I'd done that,
Well, I know, but you still couldn't shoot because you were in combat.
No,
You mean last turn?
I wouldn't have been tagged with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been intervened. Stupid. Oh well.
Comes down to small margins, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
more margins. So the points will not even add up. It was massively over the Necrons, but to be fair, more than anything, it was.
I think I only drew 2 cards, 3 cards.
Yeah, I think this game, I've played it a couple of times now. It's good in a way, but if an army gets a good draw of objectives and can push, especially if it's resilient like Death Guard or Necrons, it makes it hard for you to get the objectives back. And I got quite lucky. You know, I had that one, and lots of fast moving units. So I was quickly on this one and that one.
I was drawing like capture the ones over here and stuff, yeah.
And you drew the card over there. That was like, you had one Marine that went and stood on it, and because you stood on it, it gave me 3 points instead of 1.
Actually worked against us.
I think that happened a couple of times.
I think I paid 3 command points to draw a card, and I again got draw over here.
Yeah.
Not to worry.
I think that's the way it goes with this game sometimes, but it's like, I don't think it benefited anybody's army. I made a slightly bit better out of the situation, I think, than you did, but that's only because you wanted to keep your castle together. But at the same time, you've seen, you know, once I lost my Wraiths and my Immortals, I had nothing that could really, and I was coming down to a few shots here and there to tickle some wounds off, and I knew pretty quickly on it was going to be a case of survival for me. And to be fair, Necrons are pretty good at survival, but that was a good game. I enjoyed it. It was scary. I mean, it was as it should be. You know, it didn't feel like, I know you took a lot of dreads, but it didn't feel like I was getting bullied. And at the same time, I think I took, you know, I didn't take super nasty Necron units. It didn't feel like it was broken. And even the last game I played against them when I lost, I didn't feel like they were overpowered. I just felt they were like...
They can be. It's like anything, isn't it? It's how people play it.
Yeah. I just felt they were good. They were like solid, and Necrons more than any army, I think, it's the reanimation rules. If someone's rolling hot for reanimation, that's where people get sick, because it's like you've done all the hard work to remove stuff, and then all of a sudden it's coming back.
That 10 you think he scored is now 20.
Exactly, you did the right things in this. You started picking on people and just removing the units, so it's definitely the way to go. So with Necron victory, first time on the channel. I'm Virgin Victory. I thought I was going to get beat because it's like new model syndrome, new army, but that was good. Salamanders defeated. The Necrons have awoken from their tomb world and they're on the march.